ఓకే.
ఇవాళ నుంచి వాడడానికి ఇంటి దగ్గర పెట్టుకోవడానికి డివైస్ ఇచ్చారట.
వెరీ గుడ్.
సో దట్ ఈస్ ది హైలైట్.
ఓకే, గ్రేట్.
మాట్లాడతానని చెప్పాను. దట్ ఈస్ ది ఫ్యూ పాయింట్స్, దట్స్ ఆల్. ఏంటది? కెమెరా పెట్టేనే శుభ్రంగా ఉంది.
You will have to unmute yourself, Nana.
Done. Thank you.
చలిస్తుంది అక్కడ
కొంచెం. అంటే ఇప్పుడు తెచ్చుకున్నాం. 7 అవుతుంది కదా, ఈవినింగ్ అయ్యేటప్పటికి కాస్త చల్లగా ఉంటుంది.
సరే, యువర్ 5 అయింది, మొదలెట్టచ్చు.
ఓకే. బ్రహ్మానందం పరమసుఖదం కేవలం జ్ఞానమూర్తిం ద్వంద్వాతీతం గగన సదృశం తత్వమస్యాదిలక్ష్యం ఏకం నిత్యం విమలమచలం సర్వధీ సాక్షిభూతం భావాతీతం త్రిగుణరహితం సద్గురుం తం నమామి. శృతి స్మృతి పురాణానాం ఆలయం కరుణాలయం నమామి భగవత్పాదం శంకరం లోకశంకరం. శంకరం శంకరాచార్యం కేశవం బాదరాయణం సూత్రభాష్యకృతౌ వందే భగవంతౌ పునః పునః. సదాశివసమారంభాం శంకరాచార్యమధ్యమాం అస్మదాచార్యపర్యంతాం వందే గురుపరంపరాం. వందే గురుపరంపరాం. నారాయణం నమస్కృత్య నరం చైవ నరోత్తమం దేవీం సరస్వతీం చైవ తతో జయముదీరయేత్. అథ శ్రీమద్భగవద్గీతా అథ నవమోऽధ్యాయः రాజవిద్యా రాజగుహ్యయోగः. శ్రీభగవానువాచ ఇదం తు తే గుహ్యతమం ప్రవక్ష్యామ్యనసూయవే జ్ఞానం విజ్ఞానసహితం యజ్ఞాత్వా మోక్షసే శుభాత్. రాజవిద్యా రాజగుహ్యం పవిత్రమిదముత్తమం ప్రత్యక్షావగమం ధర్మ్యం సుసుఖం కర్తుమవ్యయం. అశ్రద్ధదానా పురుషాః ధర్మస్యాస్య పరంతప అప్రాప్య మాం నివర్తంతే మృత్యు సంసారవర్త్మనే. మయా తతమిదం సర్వం జగదవ్యక్తమూర్తినా మస్తాని సర్వభూతాని నచాహం తేష్వస్థితః నచ మస్తాని భూతాని పశ్య మే యోగమైశ్వరం. భూతభృన్న చ భూతస్థః మమాత్మా భూతభావనః यथाकाशस्थितो नित्यं वायुः सर्वत्र गोमहान् तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मस्तानीत्युपधारय सर्वभूतानि कौन्तेय प्रकृतिं यान्ति मामिकां कल्पक्षये पुनस्तानि कल्पादौ विसृजाम्यहम् प्रकृतिं स्वामवष्टभ्य विसृजामि पुनः पुनः भूतग्राममिमं कृष्णम् अवशं प्रकृतेर्वशात् न च मां तानि कर्माणि निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय उदासीनवदासीनम् असक्तं तेषु कर्मसु मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः सूयते सचराचरम् हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते अवजानन्ति मां मूढाः मानुषीं तनुमाश्रितं परं भावमजानन्तः मम भूतमहेश्वरम् मोघाशा मोघकर्माणः मोघज्ञानाविचेतसः राक्षसीम् आसुरीं चैव प्रकृतिं मोहिनीं श्रिताः महात्मानस्तु मां पार्थ दैवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रिताः भजन्त्यनन्यमनसः ज्ञात्वा भूताधिमव्ययम् सततं कीर्तयन्तो मां यतन्तश्च दृढव्रताः नमस्यन्तश्च मां भक्त्या नित्ययुक्ता उपासते ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यजन्तो मामुपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम् अहं क्रतुरहं यज्ञः स्वधाहमहमौषधम् मन्त्रोऽहमहमेवाद्यम् अहमग्निरहं हुतम् पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः रुक्सामयजुरेव च गतिर्भर्ता प्रभुः साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुहृत् प्रभव प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम् तपाम्यहमहं वर्षं निगृह्णामृत्सृजामि च अमृतं चैव मृत्युश्च सदसच्चाहमर्जुन त्रैविद्या मां सोमपापूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देव भोगान् ते तं भुक्त्वा स्वर्गलोकं विशालम् क्षीणे पुण्ये मर्त्यलोकं विशन्ति एवं त्रयी धर्ममनुप्रपन्नाः गतागतं कामकामा लभन्ते अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्. Yeah, we'll go to the 4th or 5th verse, Brahmara. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakthamurtina masthani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvavastitaha. Now, incidentally, any doubts, we will cover those and go forward.
There are no doubts, Nana.
No doubts, good. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakthamurtina masthani sarvabhutani nacha aham teshu avastitaha. Maya by me avyaktaha bhutani avyaktaha bhutani. whose form cannot be objectified. Idam sarvam jagat. This entire jagat. Tatam. Tatam is pervaded. Yatha akashaha. Tatam. Like akasha has pervaded everything that you see in the jagat. Yatha akashaha. Then sarva bhutani, all beings, masthani, have their existence in me, have their being in me. Nacha aham, I am not. Teshu avastitaha, I am not in them. This entire world is pervaded by me. Can you lift the Tatparya? As the Pratipadartha is over, you please lift the Tatparya. This entire world is pervaded by me, whose form cannot be objectified. All beings have their being in me, and I am not based in them. I am not in them. Why is he having a form which cannot be objectified? Why? Because he is Atma Swarupa. Atma Swarupa is what? Satchit Ananda Swarupaha. That is extremely subtle. Like even Akasha is subtle. Akasha you cannot objectify. You have as though the picture of Akasha, which is Anadi, Adi Madhyanta Rahitam Akashaha. When Akasha, which is a product of Maya itself, is so very subtle and it cannot be objectified, why to speak of Maya, which is Avyaktam, and Mayat Purushaha, the one who is the cause for Maya. What to speak of them? You cannot objectify because it is so subtle. Number one. Number two, if it is an object, your sense organs can pick it up. Sense organs cannot pick it up. Manasa eva idam aptavyam. This has to be known only through the mind. Only through the mind. Even the mind cannot objectify it. It can only have, with the firm knowledge, appreciate, oh, this is that, I am indeed that. When you have gained that kind of a knowledge, then it will be possible for you to claim, Aham Brahmasmi. Till then, it is not possible. This entire world is pervaded by me. It is pervaded by me. Like in the Taittiriya Upanishad, what was said? Tat sruštva tadevanupravishat. After having created everything, he has entered everything that he has created. And because he has entered everything that is created, he has pervaded everything. Entire world is pervaded by me, whose form cannot be objectified. All beings have that being in me, and I am not dependent on them. I am not based in them. Whether all beings are there or not, I am. I am, and the beings are. The beings are not, I am still am. I am. I am not dependent on the beings. Because the beings, they are part of the Jagat, which is what? Part of the Jagat. The entire Jagat is what? Is it Satyam or Samadha?
Mithya.
Mithya. Then that Mithya Jagat, which has all the beings, how can Paramatma be dependent on this Mithya Jagat beings? Nachaham teshvavastitaha. Nachamastani bhutani. Pashyame yogamaishwaram. Bhuta brunnacha bhutastaha. Mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. Next verse. Nachamastani bhutani. Pashyame yogamaishwaram. Bhuta brunnacha bhutastaha. Mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. It is better for some more verses to go through the Pratipadartha very, very carefully. Because what is being conveyed is a very subtle truth. It is not easily appreciated. Nachamastani bhutani. Nachamastani bhutam means and the beings. Nachamastani bhutani, and the beings are not in me. They do not exist in me. Earlier he said, Mastani sarva bhutani. Now he says, Nachamastani bhutani. Pashyame yogam. Pashyame yogam aishwaram. Pashyame aishwaram yogam. This aishwaram yogam, that which belongs to Ishvara. That, what is a connection between Ishvara and the Jagat? You try to appreciate. Pashya, see, Mama Atma, myself, Bhuta Bhavanaha, the creator of beings, Bhuta Bhrita, the sustainer of beings, the Sarva Adhishtanam for the beings, Nacha Bhutastaha, and not residing in the beings. I am not, though I am the Adhisthana for all the beings, I do not reside in the beings, and the beings do not exist in me. The beings do not exist in me means the Midya Swarupa beings, they do not exist in me. Look at this Aishvara connection of mind to the Jagat. Myself is the creator of the beings, the sustainer of the beings, and yet is not residing in the beings. I do not reside in the beings, neither are the beings in me. The beings are not in me. Midya Rupena, they are not in me. But even in the Midya Rupa, in the fourth verse, what I have said, Mastani Sarva Bhutani. In the Midya Rupa Jagat, when I am there only, even the Midya Rupa Jagat is there. From that point of view, the beings in the Jagat, Mastani, they are in me. Now, from the point of view of the Midya Swarupa of the Jagat, of which the beings are a part, they are not in me. Nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram. Bhuta brunnacha bhutastaha mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. Like even the great ocean can claim that all the waves are in me, I am not in them. Mastani sarva bhutani, and that bhutani is the waves. Mastani sarva bhutani, we are all like the waves in the ocean. And the ocean can be perhaps thought of as Paramatma. Mastani sarva bhutani, that is the fourth verse. Nacha mastani bhutani. Nacha mastani bhutani, ocean can claim whether the wave is there or not, I am. Nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram. Bhuta brunnacha bhutastaha mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. I am the sustainer, I am the adhisthana, I am the creator of the entire Jagat, and the entire things and beings in the Jagat, they are not in me because they are mithya. They are as though there. Okay? They are as though there. And the as though there things I will not support. And all the beings do not exist in me. Look at this Ishvara connection of mind to the Jagat. Myself is creator of the beings, sustainer of the beings, and also the Layakaraka of the beings, and yet is not residing in the beings. Yeah.
This is a very direct contradiction to his previous shloka, no?
It is not a contradiction. These are the verses which will make you keep on thinking properly. Mastani sarva bhutani, nacha mastani bhutani. That is, mastani sarva bhutani means what? Because of me, the bhutas are. Nacha mastani bhutani, whether the bhutas are there or not, I am. I am. The very Surya, Lord Sun can claim, no matter whether mirage is there or not, I am. Nacha mastani mirage. And it can also claim, Mastani sarva miraja. All mirages are in me. Sun can claim. Without me, there are no mirages. Is it not? This
But
is.
here he is mentioning Bhutani. That means they are, at least even if it is Mithya Rupam, it is there. Nachamatstani Bhutani. It is not like Bhutanis are not there. They are there, but I am not there in them.
No, they are also not in me.
They are not in me, is right.
Bhutani. See here. And the beings do not exist in me. Because my existence is Satchit Ananda Swarupaha. And the Bhutani Midya Swarupaha. How can I accept the Midya Swarupaha, Jagat and beings in me, who I am Sat Chit Ananda Swarupaha? I am Sat Swarupaha. And this Bhutani Asat Swarupaha. Asat kadu, it's not Asat. It is Midya Rupaha. How can I accept that? From that point of view, these are the verses which will give us enough food for thought during contemplation.
Nanaji, in this statement that I'm not present in the beings, but isn't he not all pervading? So he's also present in the beings. I understand that I am not in the beings, or the beings are not in me. But I don't understand that I am not in the beings, because he is all pervading, which means he is pervading in the beings as well.
He is all pervading. See, look at it this way. 4th verse and 5th verse, you must very carefully analyze and understand. 4th verse, he has clearly said, Mastani sarva bhutani. Everything is in me. That is because I am the cause for everything. Without me, there is no everything. The Jagat itself is absent. And that Jagat which is Mastani, that which is in me, which I am claiming in the 4th verse, that Jagat and the Bhutani from the Jagat, Nachamastani, they are not in me. From there, Midya Swarupena, they are not in me. I will not accept anything which is Midya Swarupaha. And my power, my Shakti is Maya. And Maya Suyate Sachara Acharam. It will create Sachara Cha Acharam. Suyate Sachara Acharam. And I am, and Maya is there. I am, Maya is not there also. When such is the case, Nachamastani Bhutani, I am not dependent on even Maya. What to speak of the Maya Janita Jagat? Nachamastani Bhutani.
Okay, clear now.
See, Maya, I am not dependent even on Maya. Maya is my Shakti, is my power. Right? Sometimes I kind of withdraw my power. When do I withdraw my power?
Pralaya.
Pralaya Kale. In the 8th chapter we have seen.
Yes.
In the 8th chapter we have seen, isn't it?
Yes.
That's so. See, that's why.
So this is like a dream, in fact, no? See, a dream is because of you, but you are not in the dream.
Yeah, maybe you can say so. But we are talking of Paramatma here.
Correct, I know, but I'm talking of an analogy.
Yeah, okay. That Upamana is apt. It is not without basis. It is okay. That's okay. What I am saying is, the dream state, the Taijasa, in the dream state, what are you? You are called Taijasa. Do you remember? Tattvabodha Pachyamsham.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Taijasa, Prajna.
Taijasa. Prajna is in the Sushupti state.
Sushupti Avastha.
Okay. And in the Jagrada Avastha, Virat.
Virat. Okay.
Virat.
Virat, Taijasa.
Virat,
What
Tejas.
is Sushupti? What is the English name for Sushupti?
Deep sleep.
English name for Sushupti is deep sleep.
Oh, okay, okay,
Deep sleep.
okay.
And that deep sleep, all of us must have had an experience once or twice. You recollect that you would claim that you have had a wonderful sleep. Ah, what a sleep I've had. I did not know anything. Sukhena maya nidra anubhuyata. Aham kimapi na janami. Iti aham jagradavasthayam janami. When I have woken up to the jagradavastha, I have realized in the deep sleep state, I did not know anything because I was simply absent. There is no second one at all. And the mind, not that it is absent, it is in a kind of a minor ripple. Minor ripple. Like sometimes, we will have some power problems. It's not as though power is not there, but the voltage is so very low that even your most sensitive devices, they will as though flicker and not be active. You recollect that kind of a thing. The mind, buddhi, etc. These are very dormant, and because they are dormant, they do not admit of any other. They do not even admit of you. Even you are absent. You, the Asami who is enjoying the deep sleep state, even you are not admitted there. Ajnana vashat, even you are swallowed. And that is why you will experience wonderful, wonderful state of happiness. That wonderful state of happiness, even Jivan Mukta will have, but Jnanena. This deep sleep state we have had through Ajnanena. And this is not eternal. This deep sleep state is
Momentary.
transitory. It comes and goes. Not that we can plan for a deep sleep state. No. How it happens, we don't know. We even don't know how we dream. What kind of a dream we will enjoy or suffer in the dream state. And we don't know who is the dreamer. The dreamer is not you. The dreamer is Taijasa. The you is sleeping on the cot and maybe snoring also. That fellow is dreaming. Nachamastani bhutani.
Nana, 1 second. So this Taijasa, Prajna and Virat, they're one and the same? They're only given different names because of the different avastha?
Because of the different avasthas, and they have different roles. In the Jagrata avastha, the role is to be awake and be alert and things like that, and all your sense organs and the internal equipment, everything is functioning properly, which are as though functioning in the dream state. That is how you, the jiva, is there. It is a common factor in all the three avasthas. The jiva is a common factor in all the three avasthas. That is why he would remember what happened in the deep sleep state. He would remember that he dreamt some wonderful dream, and I really enjoyed the dream. Once in a while, I really suffered. I was frightened, and because of the fright, I was awakened. All these things are part of our experience, and the experience is to the mind, and the mind is to the jiva. Experience is to the mind, and the mind of Taijasa, the mind of Prajna, and the mind of Virat, all these, they give you an account of what happened.
That ultimately is the Atma itself, the knowing principle.
Which one?
That the knowing principle in all the three, Virat, Taijasa and Prajna, is nothing but the Atma.
Correct.
Okay.
It is that I would say it's not as though Atma, it is the Chit Swarupa of Atma. Satchit Ananda, isn't it? It is because of the Chit Swarupa of Ananda, Atma, you are able to even know anything. If you have created a lot of characters in your dream, that is because of the Chit Swarupa of Atma. Like you are listening now, your listening ability is because of the ability given to you by Chit Swarupa of Atma. You are able to understand, digest, and ask questions, be satisfied with the answers or not satisfied with the answers. All this is because of the Chit Swarupa of Atma. Right?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram bhuta bhrunnacha bhutastaha mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. These are the verses holding on to which we must keep on thinking properly, apply the mind properly. Why did Bhagavan say this? Mastani sarva bhutani, he said. Nachamastani bhutani, he said. Is Kittappa drunk once in a while? Does he get drunk? Why is he saying all this? Why? Then that is what? The contemplative mood will be generated in you, and that is the intention of Kittappa. You will have to, because what you are seeking is something obtainable if you concentrate, and you concentrate properly and make use of a pure mind, Shuddha Manasaha, pure mind, and employ your logical abilities to decipher the secrets of what I have said, then Susubham Susukam Kartum Avyayam, in this first verse or second verse of this chapter, Susukam Kartum Avyayam was mentioned, no? It is so very easy to do, to accomplish. Susukam Kartum Avyayam. Yeah, here, in the second verse. Pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam. This is in accordance with the dharma. Susukam kartum. It's very easy to accomplish. Rajavidya, Rajaguhyam. In the first verse, Jnanam. Jnanam teham idam vakshyami asheshataha. Idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshyami anasuyave. Jnanam vijnana sahitam yat jnatva mokshashe ashubhat. You will be freed, mokshase, freed, liberated from ashubhat, and everything that is inauspicious, which is a samsara, that you will be liberated. He said that jnanam tuthe guhyatamam pravakshyami. This is a superlative secret. Superlative secret because I say you are a foolish fellow. You know you are Atma. And when you are listening to me, unless you, the Atma, is there, your faculties of listening also will not function. Your capacity to assimilate what I am saying will not be there. Because in the presence of Atma only, all these things will happen. Because of the Chit Swarupa of Atma, all these things are possible. You know that. You don't even contemplate on that. You simply swallow whatever is said. And Shastra Vakyas, you have Shraddha, but you are not proceeding forward with the Shraddha. You must, in your own way, make an effort. That is one Susukam Kartum Avyayam. This Avyayam Jnanam, Susukam Kartum. It is so easily accomplished. Pratyaksha it is easily discernible. Dharmyam, and it is in accordance with dharma. Susukam kartum avyayam. I said all these things. Hey, Arjuna, don't take what I say. If I say something now and follow up with something later, you try to see the connection. Pashyame yogam aishwaram. See the connection. See the Ishvara connection for between me and the Jagat. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina mastani sarvabhutani nacha aham teshvavastitaha. And in the fifth verse, what is said? Nacha mastani bhutani pashyame yogam aishwaram. Pashya means sees, you can't see. You keep on seeing with your mind's eye. Pashyame yogam aishwaram. Do some contemplation, dear. And that is the sure way for reaching me. Nidhidhyasanam kuru, jhanam eva kuru. And jhanam is what? Saguna Brahma Upasana. Nidhidhyasanam is what? Nirguna Brahma Upasana. And I am Nirguna Brahma. I am Nirguna Brahma. No matter whether Maya is there or not, I am. Nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram. I am giving you these conflicting bits of jnanam for you to do the required vicharana. That vicharana you will have to do. You are capable of doing that. You are having a mind which can think very, very nobly, very, very deeply, and you are simply abusing the mind. You are not putting that mind to use. You are asking some the funny things. You are not asking, who am I? Why did I come? Kastvam koham kutayataha kame janane kome tataha iti paribhavaya sarvam asaram vishvam tyaktva swapna vicharam bhaja govindam govindam bhaja mudhamate. That is what is addressed to all of us. We are all deluded minds. Mudhamate samprapte sannihite kale dukrun karane nahi rakshate. This mere repetition of something, it's not going to be of any use. Understand that. Wake up when time is on your side. Samprapte sannihite kale dukrun karane nahi rakshate. You wake up. Nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram bhuta brunna cha bhutastaha mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. Yatha akasha sthito nityam vayuhu sarvatra go mahan tadha sarvani bhutani mastani chupadharaya. See the pratipadharthas. You please, all of you, please give the proper emphasis to understanding the pratipadharthas. And this pratipadartha is generally in the prose form, which you will easily grasp. Yatha. See here, what is there in the poetry? Yatha akasha sthito nityam vayuhu. Here what is there? Yatha, just as mahan vayuhu. Where is this mahan vayuhu? Mahan is here. Vayu is here. Yatha mahan vayuhu. The great, vast, powerful air. And what is that vast, powerful air? What is so powerful about it? It can fell the mighty trees when it wants. It can swell the mighty ocean when it wants. It can extinguish the greatest of fires when it wants. It can aid the greatest of fires to keep on blazing as it wants. That is Mahan. Mahan Vayuhu. Sarvatra Gaha. Sarvatra Gaha. There is no place it cannot go. It will keep on going. it goes everywhere. And when does it go? Is it any date, any time? Nityam akashavasthitaha. It is always akashe sthitaha. And what is akasha? Akasha is the only subtle element after Panchikaranam. You cannot objectify Akasham. You are as though seeing Akasham, but seeing, it's not as though it is an Akasha with some form. There is no form for the Akasha. Because there is no form, it is Anantam. And because it is subtle, you cannot visualize that. Anything subtle you can't visualize. When Akasham is like that, the mother of Akasham, the what is that? No, I did not follow you.
Nana, please unmute yourself. I would request all to mute themselves, please.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how it happened. It happened. Now you people have missed this verse, is it?
No, we didn't miss. There was.
Okay, thank you for the alert.
Yeah.
Yatha
Simiji, can you please mute yourself? Yeah. That's fine.
See here. Yatha kasho sthito nityam vayu sarvatra go mahan. Yatha mahan vayu sarvatra gaha nityam akasha sthitaha. Every day, every moment it is established in Akasha. Tatha. Yeah, please mute yourself. Please do not disturb unless you have to. Tatha. Just in that manner. Similarly, Sarvani Bhutani Mastani. All beings are in me. Iti Upadharaya. Understand. Understand. Earlier he said what? Nachamastani Bhutani. Now he is saying everything is in me. It is the fourth and this.
1 second, 1 minute. Simi Didi, you please mute yourself. You're getting unmuted time. Yeah, I think maybe her mobile is, I don't know what is wrong. I've muted everyone, but it's getting unmuted.
Okay. Now, fourth verse and this verse. The general confusing noises are emanating. I don't know whether they are needed or not. Yeah, please have some kind of a countervailing effect, control on them. Yadha akasha sthito nityam vayuho sarvatra go mahan tatha sarvani bhutani mastani chupadharaya. As I am talking based on some kind of a thought process going on in the mind. And if some unnecessary noise that emanates, that thought process is disturbed, and I will perhaps not know what sloka I was covering, what thought I have entertained earlier, what did I say, what vakyam, all that becomes a restartable affair. Yatha akasha sthito nityam vayuho sarvatra go mahan tatha sarvani bhutani mastani chupadharaya. He is getting in line with the fourth verse. Mastani sarva bhutani. Same thing. Mastani iti upadharaya. They are in me iti understand. Even though midhya rupaha, that midhya rupaha is not without me. From that point of view, they are in me. Right? That midhya swarupaha, beings and things and beings, they are because of me. Mastani sarva bhutani. Yatha akasha. How like even the Mahan Akasha keeps on going from place to place and always established in Akasha. Like that, these Sarvani Bhutani, they are established in me. Now tell me, Vayuhu, it can be very virulent, very strong. And the strength of that Vayu, does it upset the Akasha? Does it?
No.
It doesn't. So too, all these Mastani, Sarva Bhutani, they do not do anything to Paramatma. They cannot shake him. Because they are all Midya Bhutani. And Midya Bhutani cannot do anything to Satchitananda Swarupaha. It is Sat. Kalatrayepi tishtati. This Midya Swarupaha is what? Swakale Satyavad Bhate. You try to please remember the verses we have covered in the Atma Bodha. Verses we have covered and the text we have covered in Tattva Bodha. And I wonder whether you people are doing any recollection of what we have covered already. If you don't do, you will be missing quite a lot because we're halfway through just into the Gita and we have 9 more chapters. Some of those, like the Purushottama Yoga, like the Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga, like the Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, they require tremendous memory of what all we have covered till now. So you will have to recapitulate what you have already learned. Otherwise, you will keep on getting some very funny doubts, and all those doubts have been reasonably well answered in the Tattva Bodh, Atma Bodh, etc. Right? And in the first few chapters of the Gita, please do not forget what you have already learned. You people will have to now graduate to a level that you should take up the Zoom classes to some other people. That is how the spread of the Gita Vakya goes on, uninterrupted. Mastani sarva bhutani, nacha mastani bhutani, pashyame yogam aishwaram, bhuta bhrunnacha bhutastaha, mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. Yatha akashastito nityam, vayuhu sarvatra go mahan, tadha sarvani bhutani, mastani chupadharaya. Even the greatest of beings, Mahan Vayu, cannot do anything to Paramatma, isn't it? It cannot do anything to even Akasha, isn't it? When such is the case, even the greatest of wild characters like Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipa, Ravana, Kumbhakana, all this, they cannot touch that Satchitananda Swarupaha.
The sloka Ashocya Nanvashochasvam becomes so relevant here. No? When such is the case, what are you grieving for? You are that, and nothing can shake you, nothing can.
Correct. Nothing can shake you. And you are allowing yourself to be shaken. And to see that you are not shaken unnecessarily, you contemplate on these verses. You contemplate on the conflicting inputs I had given you. Why did I give you the conflicting inputs? It is not confusing inputs. It is to make you think properly. Think properly. Do the manana and nididhyasana. Manana and nididhyasana. And during the manana time, you entertain such of those doubts, such of those questions, which will be beneficial to you for further progress and which will be of use to you for all your listeners. Don't raise some funny questions because they will not help you at all. Unnecessary questions, they are really unnecessary. Don't entertain those. Go forward. Yatha akashastito nityam vayuhu sarvatra go mahan Tata sarvani bhutani mastani chupadharaya. Yeah, next verse. Sarva bhutani kaunteya prakritim yanti mamikam kalpakshaye punastani kalpadau visrujamyaham. This we have covered in the 8th chapter, isn't it? We have covered some such thing in the 8th chapter. What are the verses you remember in the 8th chapter? Akshara Brahma Yoga in the 8th chapter. Avyakta Vyaktaya Sarvaha Prabhavancha Haragame Ratyagame Praliyante Tatraiva Vyakta Sangake Bhutagramamimam Krishnam Bhutagramam Sayevayam Bhutva Praliyate Ratyagame Avashapadha Prabhavatya Haragame Prabhavanti Aharagame Ratyagame Praliyante. Ratyagame means when the night starts. That is the Pralaya Kala. That is the night time of Brahmaji. And Aharagame is that is the daytime of Brahmaji, beginning of daytime of Brahmaji. All this I have said, and I am saying it again. This is to ensure that your knowledge is concretized. Sarva bhutani kaunteya, all things and beings of the Jagat. Sarva bhutani kaunteya, prakritim yanti mamikam. Mamikam prakritihi. That prakriti belongs to me. Prakritim yanti mamikam. Kalpakshaye punaha. Tani kalpadau srijamyaham. Hey kaunteya Arjuna. Kalpakshaye, at the dissolution of the cycle of creation. Cycle of creation is what? The kalpa. Kalpa is what? The daytime of Brahmaji is called kalpa. The cycle of creation in that kalpa. Okay? At the dissolution of the cycle of creation, sarva bhutani, all beings, mamikam prakritim, that prakriti which belongs to me, that prakriti which is because of me, and understand I am not just prakriti. That prakriti belongs to me. Okay? That mamikam prakritim yanti, they go to that. Punaha again, kalpadao. Kalpadao, at the beginning of kalpa, beginning of the creation cycle, aham, I, tani, vishrujami. Shrujami means what? Shrujanam is kind of a creation, process of creation. Vishrujami. Vishrujami. I will, as though recklessly do it. But recklessly, yes, I will do. But it is in accordance with what you people wanted, what you people have acquired, your samskara, your prakriti. In accordance with that, I will throw you into the creation again. Vishrujami. Vishrujami punah punaha. Hey Kaunteya.
Isn't Visrajami Visheshena Srijami?
Maybe you can say so. Yeah. Visheshena Srijami, you can say so. Good. Srijami. Srijami is I create. I create. Even though I create, I have not created. Chaturvarnyam maya srustam gunakarma vibhagashaha tasya kartaram apimam akattaram vidhi. Even though I have done that, understand I have not done. Hey, this is all funny. These kind of conflicting statements by Bhagavan are a dime a dozen in the entire Gita. All these are meant to make us think properly and come to proper conclusions as to where we started, what is the purpose of our journey, where do we end, and is there any end? End is for me or is for the body that I have acquired. Vasamsi girnani yatha vihaya. That Bhagavan said, that is how it is. It is only for the body. The jiva takes on. Navani grunhati naroparani tadha sharirani vihaya jirnani anyani samyati navani dehi. This dehi, who is the jiva, he will keep on changing clothes whenever the clothing is worn out. We have seen this in the second chapter. Vasam sijirna niyatha vihaya. These are the verses which should make us think very, very deeply. And then they will help us banish the sorrow at the demise of anybody in any family, including our own. Vasam sijirnani yatha vihaya navani grunhati naroparani naraha aparani grunhati aparani. The other than what he has given up. Aparani grunhati navani grunhati. Navani is what? New ones. Are you not happy with new clothing on your birthday? Then why are you unnecessarily lamenting? Navani grunhati naroparani tatha. In that manner, sharirani vihaya, having given up these worn out shariras, these bodies, navani grunhati naropara tatha sharirani vihaya. And what kind of sharira? Jirnani. Navani grunhati nara aparani. He will this day he will take new set of clothing. But though he is taking, see, whenever you change into a new set of clothing, the you, the asami, the jiva, the dehi has not changed. Understand this properly. The clothing has changed, but you have not changed. So after we call it a day in this janma and take on another janma, that person who takes another janma is indeed the same person who quit from this globe now. It's the same fellow. Navani grunhati naroparani tada sharirani vihaya jirnani anyani samyati navani dehi. These are the things which we need to think and contemplate and digest and assimilate. Then it will help us. Then that verse would have done its purpose. Otherwise, it is just some input. It is just some time pass. It is one of those things. It really does not help. For it to help, we must make an effort into understanding properly what is the purpose of this verse. Why is it said? Why did Bhagavan say something else? Mastani sarva bhutani, he said. Nacha mastani bhutani, he said. And later on he said, Vayu sarvatra go mahan tadha sarvani bhutani mastani chupadharaya. In that manner, everything is in me. He is saying, hey, what is this Bhagavan's talk? Is he in his senses? Why is he talking like this? And keep on thinking about it. When you keep on thinking about it, you will get wonderful answers. And those answers will stay with you. And they are the assimilated knowledge. Otherwise, it is some input to the intellect and input to the ahankara, which you as though inflate. You will be in a position to tell your friends, I have finished 8 chapters. Now we are on to the 9th. So what? What have you obtained through the 8 chapters? How are you benefited in the 8 chapters? Are you in a position to talk of any particular sloka in all the 8 chapters to your friends very nicely, without distortion? Have you assimilated the tatparya of the sloka very nicely? These are the things you must check yourself about. Otherwise, very frivolous questions will come up, and your mind will entertain only those questions of which the little mind is capable of. Your mind is capable of thinking big, big things. Allow it to think big. All beings, O Arjuna, go to my Prakriti at the dissolution of the cycle of creation. Again, at the beginning of the cycle, I create them. Okay? Now, I think we have come to the end of the road time-wise. Prakritim swamavashtabhya vishrujami punah punaha bhutagramamimam krishnam avasham prakriter vashat. Avasham. I can't plan. I can't be very choosy. Avasham is without any choice, because choice is already exercised by the things and beings when they have entered the Avyaktam in the Pralaya Kala. And at the Kalpadau, when they have to come out, I have to allow them to come out. Avashaha. I have no control. Avashaha. And I am not partial at all. I will allow people with their samskaras to come out and manifest again. We will cover this tomorrow. I think we have come to almost 8 o'clock. Okay. We will cover this tomorrow again. What is the verse number, Brahmara? That verse number maybe 9, is it? Okay. Prakriti Swamavashtabhya Vishrujami
Yeah.
Bhutagrama Memam Krishnam Avasham Prakriter Vashat.
It's verse number 8, Nana.
8, okay, right. Verse number 8. Yeah, I must tell you, when I think I mentioned to you that this was the first chapter of the Gita. I had the benefit of learning through Swami Chinmayananda, and covering this chapter, he was kind of dancing on the dais. Such great inputs this chapter could give. We'll see this. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Bhavantu sukhinah sarve santu niramayah sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om.
Thank you, Nanaji.
Thank you.
Hari Om.